Welcome back. Today was supposed to be Michael Brown's first day of college, but over the weekend he was shot and killed by a police officer. He was unarmed at the time, and protests over Michael Brown's death yesterday have now turned into looting. We now know that police made 32 arrests overnight. We also know that the police chiefs of Ferguson and St. Louis County, both of their departments came under fire from protesters. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reports that police helicopters were also shot at. Just take a look at that front page. Day of protests, night of frenzy. I'm joined now by the mayor of Ferguson, that community not far outside of St. Louis, population 21,000. James Knowles, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. First and foremost, is there anything that you can tell us, understanding that you are trying to separate yourself from the investigation, but is there anything that you can tell us with regard to the incident that sparked all of this, the shooting of Michael Brown?
Well, absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, no matter how the investigation turns out, the situation is a tragedy for the young man and his family, and it's a tragedy for our community that we've seen the community torn apart for this. Again, we've turned this over to St. Louis County Police Department. We want this to be a fair and impartial due process for both the victim and the police officer, and so we're staying completely out of it. We're not even looking to have any information for ourselves until we see a final report.
But at present, we are being told that there were 2 officers who were hurt in the ensuing violence last night, and again, that police were fired at from the crowds at a Walmart that was being looted, that shots were fired at the police helicopter, and that death threats have been made, I believe, against you and against the police chief. What is being done to the end of personal security for the police, who now seem to be coming under a lot of criticism?
Well, I mean, no matter what the situation is out here, every time a law enforcement officer walks on the street, he could be a target. So, I mean, this is nothing new for our chief, I'm sure.
Well, it is new. It is new. There were shots fired directly at a police helicopter. There were shots fired and 2 officers were hurt. This is definitely new. So, to the end of the situation that has been created overnight.
That I know of.
Well, we've got one of those reports. We'll check into it for sure. But
okay.
You know, we're also being told that the personal cell phones, the addresses of police officers have now been hacked. This is a different day than yesterday. You've got to admit that.
Oh, absolutely, and so I'm very unfortunate. I mean, now you're stepping up the risk level for our officers, who again are at risk every day out there. So it is an unfortunate situation. The 21st century allows, these hackers and other people to infiltrate the city and other websites to find out personal information, and it does put people at risk. But most of this is being perpetrated by people not only outside of Ferguson, but outside of St. Louis. I've been getting death threats from across the country. Those people are not going to show up in my door. The people in this community are hurt, but they are not going to do anything. I'm not concerned about that. There are people that want to loot and cause problems, but those aren't the people here that are trying to make a difference. We have an issue here. We have a young man who's dead, and we need to get to the bottom of it, and we need to heal as a community. We're not going to do that if people are rioting. First, we have to secure the community, and then we'll start the conversation about us moving forward.
And Mayor Knowles, I respect your diplomacy, but at the same time, as you're suggesting that this is your community and that they're not going to show up on your doorstep despite the fact that you've received death threats. One of the school districts, the Jennings School District, has been closed today. City Hall is also closed today. These are concrete security measures, and I'm asking you, are there further concrete security measures to protect you, as well as the police chief, the chiefs of both the county and the local force, and anybody else in a position of authority who may be at risk right now?
The buildings, the businesses that are closed today are doing so because we want to make an opportunity for these people to come out and have their voice heard in a peaceful manner. That's why we're closed, not because we're worried about anything else. We're closed to allow that to happen. As far as our own security, anything to do with security, any protocols like that, are obviously a confidential issue we're not going to discuss.
I respect that. And can you just also return to this initial incident? And I understand what you say, that you have completely segregated from the investigation, both you, your town council, and also the local police department, turning it all over to the county to do its work. But at the same time, everyone has at least some information on the genesis of all of this, the incident that involved Michael Brown's shooting. Was there something that preceded the gunfire in terms of a crime, be it a petty crime or something more serious? What do you know?
Unfortunately, I only know the reports about, supposedly a robbery that occurred beforehand, but there is nothing concrete. Again, all that information, like I said, has been turned over to the county, but as far as that, most of it's conjecture and what's going on around in the news media and rumors. So
Okay.
I don't have anything further on that.
Mayor Knowles, I do need to ask you this, and that is, while you have asked for the respect of the community and everyone involved to wait until the details are investigated so that this doesn't run amok and doesn't become a crisis of rumor, at the same time, there had to be something that brought all those people out, not just one incident last night. What was the relationship of the predominantly 67% African American population of your community with the police department in advance of the shooting death of Michael Brown?
Well, first, I think we should realize that this is not all perpetrated by the citizens of Ferguson. We've had a long-standing history of diversity and great relations between our city staff, and our police department. There is nationwide problems between law enforcement and a lot of the young African American men in the community, and it's a bridge we have to find a way a gap we have to bridge. And so, this is just a spark that set off what's a nationwide issue, a nationwide discussion, and that's what people are talking about today.
I appreciate your time, and I certainly wish you the best in trying to deal with the crisis that you have on your hands currently, and certainly I hope all will appeal for calm as today's protests move forth, hopefully peacefully. Mayor James Knowles, thanks for your time, sir.
Thank you.